Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and this is one of the most exciting videos I'm ever going to film, I think. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. So today we have got two firsts. Number one, the slightly less exciting but still exciting. We're kicking off the Christmas season. Merry Glammas from me. Christmas is up. She is here, and this is the first video I'm actually filming for my Christmas content. I'll probably have more videos up already for my Christmas content. I'm going to film my Lush one just after this video, but it is Merry Glammas and we're kicking it off now, for me anyway. And the second most exciting thing ever, we are going to be doing a first impressions using the Glaminatrix Glamorous palette. Now, why is this super special? Why, you ask? I got this in PR. I'm on a PR list. Little old me is on a PR list. What? I know this is like not that big of a deal for most people, especially on YouTube. You see everyone on PR lists. This is a big deal for me because, oh my god, I'm on a PR list. This is insane. There's a brand out there that knows me, likes my content, and likes it enough to send me a palette to try out for them. Oh my god. And this is not a brand new palette. Like, this is not like only just launched or anything like that. This is a new palette, obviously they sent me. But they messaged me and they were like, hey, we seen a few, like I've had interactions with them with like stories and things like that on Instagram. And they were like, hey, do you want to see some, or do you want to be on the PR list? We can send you out our new Glamorous palette. I was like, what? Of course. What? Are you joking me? Then I was like checking, I was like, is this a scam? Am I being scammed? But I wasn't. But yeah, this is the Glamorous palette that they sent me. They also sent me a single shadow, one of their multi-chromes. It is this bad boy here, which is the shade Electric. So I'm going to pop up some swatches now as I'm talking of this, especially this one, because I don't want to keep taking it out in case I drop it and I would be devastated. This is the shade Electric, and it's just the most, it's so weird to say, electric eyeshadow. They got the name perfectly right. So it kind of shifts from like a blue to a green to an orange to a pink, and on my eye I can see mostly like the pink and the orange, and then when I shift out of the light I get the bluey kind of tone as well. It's such a weird color, but like when you're looking at it, it kind of looks yellow. Weird. I don't know. It's so beautiful though, and I have it on me today, so you get to see that in action. But the main thing of this video is the palette, because that's what I used for the rest of the look. And here she is, if I can get a grip on her. I'm so jittery in this video because I'm so excited. But this is the palette here. I'll also throw up a clip now of the palette and some swatches as well. This is just like the Nocturnal, but bright. So Nocturnal was dark and grungy. This is like bright. The bright version of it, the bright sister to the Glamorous, or to the Nocturnal. But it still has a bit of grunge in it, so it goes super dark with curls, it goes really pale with twinkle, and then it's like all purple and green and just gorgeousness. And yeah, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mattes, and what's the rest? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5 shimmers. Couldn't do the mattes in my head, but the shimmers are so shifty and kind of different textures as well. So this one up here and this one that I used today on my lid are kind of like that thinner formula. I think this one's more of like a topper, but this one isn't. This still gives you a full cover. And this one I think is more like a toppery kind of one, kind of like this one. But this one and this one are like thick shimmers. They're like really foiled kind of looking, but this is super sparkly. Oh my god. This is so beautiful. My only one little thing, and it's not like an issue, it's not a big thing, I probably would have made this color a little bit paler. That's all. That's the only thing. Only because this one and this one, they kind of look similar. Now in the swatches, they don't look similar at all. I just think to give a bit more difference, just a little bit paler, just a shade up, just a shade lighter. That's all. But I love this palette. I just love that you have the option to go this dark, even though it's a bright palette. And I will be doing quite bright looks with this, obviously. Like, this is quite bright as well, but I will be doing brighter in my 3 looks on palette, which I'll obviously be doing as well, because this is a very special videos and very special palette, so I definitely want to really showcase it as well. I can't believe it. I am shocked. This is like insane. It's just insane that I got recognized by a brand. That's mental. It's mental. I don't know what to do with myself about it. I'm just so excited. I literally got the palette this morning and I was like, I knew I was going to film today, but I was like, oh, I might film a Christmassy look, and then this palette arrived. I was like, nope, I'm getting it now. Doing it now because I just wanted to play with the palette. So I will be doing a little bit more content with like swatches and things like that over on my Instagram, so go follow that down below to see the pictures of this look as well, and swatches of all of these as well. Also, if you haven't already checked it out, I'm probably already a bit into it now by the time this video goes up, because I'm not sure exactly when this is going up. I've pre-filmed this video because you know, I want to get it done as quick as possible. But I am opening 3 advent calendars on my Instagram story, so go follow that down below so you can see that every day. We've got Cult Beauty, we have got Look Fantastic, and good old Lush, my 3 advent calendars this year, and I'll be opening every day ish. If I'm with my boyfriends, I'll double up days, but I will be opening everything on camera, so you get to see that all there. I'm gonna stop rambling about it. I got my thoughts out for now, and then I'll give a little bit more review towards the end as well, so we're fine. We're going to get into the actual look. So let's see how I created this using the Glamorous Palette. Okay guys, so we are going to get into the gorgeous Glamorous Palette from Glaminatrix Cosmetics. As I said in the beginning, my first PR package. Oh my god. Anyway, we're going to forget about that, but look at the stunning palette. What we're going to do today is I want to work in like this little kind of corner here with the pinks and the purples and that really dark kind of purple. It's a really dark purple. And I may use a bit of Belle, which is like a green to kind of burgundy shift. So we're going to kind of use that, and then we're going to use my extra multi-chrome, the shade Electric that I showed you at the beginning as well. We're going to use that in the inner corner to really see what that looks like too. So I've already got my skin on, my brows on, and my eyeshadow primer on. I've also got my cream bronzer on as well, but I'll show you that at the end. And yeah, we're just going to get straight into it. I'm so excited. So I'm just going to do a pretty standard eye with like 2 tones in the crease. That's kind of all I'm really doing with this. I'm going to take the first colour, Curls, which is a really, really dark purple. And I'm taking this on a Makeup Geek defined crease brush, which is this kind of size here. And that's just going to go on the outer corner. Ooh, she's dark. We love a dark colour. Love. And I'm going to pop this through the crease a little bit. Would say about halfway for now anyway. I might bring it all the way in once I've got my inner part of the crease done with my other colour, but I just want to kind of see how this goes. It's definitely a really, really dark purple. So pretty though. I'm not blending that out just yet because I'm going to use one of the other shades to blend it. I'm just going to take a little bit of that same shade on a Beauty Bay 208 brush, which is just like a really, really flat brush like this. I'm just going to run this along my lower lash, also just about halfway across, and also make sure I'm connecting out here as well. But that is such a beautiful colour. If you've ever seen any of the looks I do on my channel, you know I love a colour like this anyway. So there is a little bit of fall down from it, but I've kind of set my face quite well, so it's not really sticking too much. Okay, so now I'm going to take the shade Tempting, which is this gorgeous like dark pink, really dark pink, and but like not purple pink, it's like red pink. I love it, it's so pretty. And I'm taking that on a fluffier brush. This is a BH Cosmetics Rose Gold number 6 brush. So I don't think this is their biggest fluffy brush. I don't think so, but one of the bigger fluffy brushes anyway. And I'm going to use that now to blend out the edges of this, but I'm not going to blend too far in here. In fact, I'm not really going to blend this part of the dark purple. It's mostly just around these edges. And if the Nocturnal palette is anything to go by from Glaminatrix, they're going to blend quite well. In fact, they're already blending quite well. Just taking a little bit more of my brush that I used for that dark purple and just making sure that it's still nice and intense. Then I'm taking a 219 from MAC and a little bit more of Tempting, and just going to use that to blend out this lower lash. Again, just blending out the purple, not blending all the way in. Okay, now I'm just going to take a clean brush, which is an Ingloss 6SS, just because with this kind of pinky shade, I don't want this to go too crazy because it is quite pigmented. I'm just going to go around the very edges just to really blend that into my skin. The clean brush just stops me from picking up any more product. Okay, so now I've blended that down quite far because that's how I like it to look. And I'm going to go in with Package, which is kind of the lighter of the 2 cool tone purples in here. So this one here. Now, I will say I probably would have liked, say, having this to be a little bit lighter. So more kind of as light as the way this one is compared to this one, just so that there's a bit more difference between these two, because these are kind of similar. They're not the same. Like this is definitely more cool toned, but I just think it would be nice to have a lighter version of this color. That'd be my only thing about the palette, but otherwise it's perfect. But I'm taking the shade Package on a Lavender Luxe number 8 brush, which is like one of those pinched fluffy brushes, and that is going to sit on the inner part in here. So just give a little pop of like a cooler tone in here, and then just start kind of blending that where it meets the darker shade. You can bring it up as high as you want to. I'm going to bring it up a little bit. So just like that. Just gives a little different pop, but like from a distance you might not notice it. It just kind of gives it almost like a neon effect on the inside. I love that. So I'm going to take that same shade Package on another Lavender Luxe brush. This is a number 10. And it's a little pencil brush, and that's going to go on the inner part of the lower lash line. And then again, just blending that in to the darker purple, and you can blend it down as far as you want to, like I do. My skin looks a little bit wet. I just sprayed a bit of hydrating setting spray on because I put too much powder out of my face, felt really dry. Okay, so now I'm going to use my very old NYX glitter primer, and we're going to go in with some shimmers. Now I always use shimmers with my palette, so this is nothing new. This is not like I'm trying to make this better or anything like that. I do it with every single shimmer, so, or every single shimmer that's gone on my lid anyway. My inner corner I usually just go by whatever is already there. So just taking some of that on a BH Cosmetics number 7 brush from the Rose Gold set, and we're just going to pop this all over. Now with this kind of a look, you could use Generous, which is that really light kind of pale rose gold, like it's a really pale metallic rose gold. You could do the purple dreamy as well, but I'm going to be a bit weird, and we're going to use Belle, which is like the burgundy into green. I just think that'll be a really nice contrast. It may not look good at all, but we're going to find out. I'm just smoothing that all over the lid, and then I'll wipe that little brush off just a little bit, but it's still a little bit tacky from the glitter primer. And we're going to take Belle, which is like kind of an olive green, but as it kind of shifts and changes, it'll go into like a burgundy. We're just going to see what this looks like. And this is one of their like thinner metallics, so it's not a topper, it's not like sheer like a topper, it's got full cover, but it's like a thinner formula, because when I use the shade Dreamy in one of my 3 looks, you'll see that's a lot thicker going on, but in a good way, kind of like Shroud formula, the way I like that sort of formula. Ooh, that's going to be pretty. Yeah, so that kind of shifts from like burgundy pink, like a rusty shade, to a green. It's so weird. I love it. Okay, now going back in with a little bit of curls, which is the darker mattes, just for this outer part out here first, just to help blend the shimmer in to that dark matte. And green and purple, or green and like a reddy purple, don't really mix well together because they are contrasting colors, but with the green having like that burgundy shift in it helps it look nice and complement as well. Although the green technically is the complementing color of red, it complements like visually what it looks like. Take a little bit more package on the same brush that I use for that, and then just blending over the edge here. I don't want this to be super harsh. I don't want it to be like fully blown up into it or anything like that, but just don't want it to be too harsh. So weirdly, we're finished with this palette, which feels weird when I'm doing first impressions because I usually just use the palette, but we are going to go into, this is my single shadows of my Glaminatrix, and this is Electric. This is the one that was sent to me, and it's so beautiful, and I think it's going to look so cool. It kind of shifts from like a bluey teal to a green to a yellow into a pink. It's just shifting all over the place here. So picking up some of that on a really small brush, and we're just going to pop that on the inner corner in here. Oh, and it's got kind of like a translucent base, so it just changes color. Oh, that's beautiful. She's fiery. Look at that. Oh, so from here I'm seeing like this pink orange kind of color, and then I'm kind of shifting, and when it kind of goes out, I'm seeing that bluey sort of tone. Oh, she's gorgeous. Okay, so that is the look. I'm going to jump off. I'm going to finish off my eyes, do my cheeks, do my lips, and come back and give you my final thoughts on this package that I can't believe I just got. So yeah, I will be back in a sec. Okay guys, so this is how I finish off the look. I am so happy with how this turned out. I love this look, and that inner corner is just blinding. Oh my god. So let me show you what I used on the rest of my face. So to finish off the eyes, I actually matched the lid, and I used my NYX Epic Wear Liner Stick in the shade All Time Olive, which is an olive green. It kind of matches perfectly to the shift that the green goes on the lid, and that's on my waterline. I didn't do any upper lash line liner because I wasn't bothered, and I do have a plan in my 3 looks and palette to do a nice like winged liner with the shadow and everything like that, so I wanted to do it more of a standard kind of eye. Then I went in with my MAC Stack mascara because I've run out of my Soap and Glory one. I've moved on to another one, but I'm currently still using this in my just general day today, but this is also nearly empty, so I'm going to move on again. So just trying to finish this one off. So that's on my top and my bottom lashes. And then for my false lashes, I am wearing a brand new pair. These are Cash Beauty, and these are the Charm lashes. So they're actually quite dense right in the root, and then really wispy on the end. So they're actually not too dramatic. They don't cover all that shadow, which I really like as well, but they still add loads of drama. And they're still really long, because I can feel them touch my eyebrows. Then onto cheeks, I used my Huda Beauty Tantour Cream Bronzer and Contour in the shade Fair, and I use that just to warm up my cheeks, give me a little bit more sculpting to my cheeks. Then onto blush, a new one for me. This is a new MAC blush. It's not new to MAC, it's new to me, from MAC. And this is one of their mineral blushes in the shade New Romance, which is just a shimmery peach, quite a light shimmery peach, but I actually really like it because it doesn't make it too much, but it still gives you a nice glow. But I still had to add more glow, so I went in with my Fenty Killawatt highlighter in the shade, it's a duo, so it's Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal, and I use Lightning Dust, the kind of more of a sheen, where this is more of like a sparkle. This is more of a sheen, so I use this one. And then onto lips, I just wanted a neutral, but I kind of wanted to, I couldn't decide what I wanted for ages. So we went in with my, can you tell it's my favourite lip liner? My Whirl lip liner. She is this big. I do have another one that I'm currently using as well, but I'm trying to really get rid of this, but I don't want to just throw it out because I love it so much. Then my actual lipstick is MAC's Love You Back, which is like a pinky beige sort of colour, like a cool toned pinky beige. And it's a matte finish, but I wanted a gloss, so I popped a gloss on top. And the gloss I used for that is the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Creme Brulee, which I haven't used in so long. And that just warmed it up a little bit as well, so I think that went really nice. And these are not sticky glosses, by the way. They're like beautiful. Okay, so this is my first impressions using the Glaminatrix Glamorous palette, and I love this so far. It's pretty much the exact same formula as the Nocturnal palette, which if you've seen my first impressions and my 3 Looks on palette, you know I already love that one anyway. And this one's going to be even more special to me now because it is the first ever PR that I've ever gotten, ever. First PR list I've ever been on, first PR package I've ever gotten, and this is definitely going to be with me forever because it's a very big milestone for me in my YouTube life. But the colour story is stunning. It goes really, really dark, which we all know I like. And our lightest shade is a shimmer, which I also really, really like. And just the tones of the shimmers, like you've got this gorgeous mint, but you've got like teals and things like that to go with it. As I said, I probably would have made this one just a little bit lighter. That's the only thing. But same kind of tone, just lighter. The shade Generous is this one here, that light rose gold. I cannot wait to use that, and I've got such a pretty look in mind for that one. I just love it. And Dreamy, oh my god, Dreamy is dreamy. It is so sparkly. But yeah, this is such a beautiful palette. And also Electric, the multi-chrome. Let me grab her. There she is there. So I do have a couple of Glaminatrix ones that you probably haven't really seen, a few kind of that I've added to this palette, but you'll see them when I start doing my build your own palettes. I'll add them into those. But that's Electric there. That's the one that they sent me. So stunning. So stunning. I really want to wear it like all over the eye, like a whole look, and maybe do something really soft in the crease. I'll probably do that in the future, or maybe, as I said, in a build your own palette kind of style, I'll use it then. So yeah, I love these. I love these so much, can you tell? But also I'm so like attached to them now because they have my heart, because they're my first PR package. So I want to know down in the comments below what you think of this look, and if you have the Glamorous palette, I want to know your thoughts down below. Do you think it's beautiful? Do you have the Nocturnal as well? Because the Nocturnal has just come back, I think. They said they weren't doing another restock of it, but then they did. So they might keep doing a restock in the future because it is quite a popular palette. I'm not sure. But if you did get it that time, have you used it? If you did use it, what do you think? Have you got this palette? What do you think? And what do you think of this look? And what kind of colours do you want me to do for my 3 Looks one palette? If you did like this video, then give me a big thumbs up down below. It's the quickest, simplest and easiest way to give me a little bit of support, get me around to more people, and also let me know that you like the video, and I will continue to do many more. And don't forget to subscribe down below to see many more videos coming up. We will have a 3 looks. We're dedicating 3 looks to this palette, okay? 3 Looks one palette coming up for the Christmas season using this palette. And also, I didn't plan this. Well, I planned this palette to be in this month, not this one, but the one I'm going to use soon, it's another Glaminatrix palette, which I didn't mean, like, obviously I wasn't expecting this palette. So I'm going to be using another one, a Christmassy one for Christmas, which I will be using because it's the time of year to use it. So you will be getting another Glaminatrix palette coming up soon. So hit subscribe down below for that as well. And as I said in the beginning, my Instagram is linked down below where you will see all the up close eye pictures and you'll see all these gorgeous shifty shadows. And my TikTok is down below where I do some fun, weird transitions over there. So I think that's everything from me, guys, and I will see you in the next video.